So you were one of the kind of, I guess, lead developers behind the awards ceremony and kind of World Hop experience this year. Could you give us a bit of insight then into behind the scenes of, I guess, what goes into making, a World Hop experience like the VR Awards?
A lot of work. There's a lot of people involved in this. So a lot of people will come into VR and they want to do an event and they have these crazy ideas, but usually games and things like this that have environments take years to make. So trying to get this done in a matter of weeks or even months can be quite a challenge. I really think that when you get to see these ideas come to life and the world, when you go on the World Hop together, I think that was my favorite experience when we all first got together for those meetings and started seeing these ideas and creations come to life and enjoying them together.
Yeah, definitely. I think being able to see everything come to life and go from a vision through to an actual seeing it there and the completion and satisfaction of that has definitely been something that I've really, really enjoyed.
It is. To hear people laughing and enjoying it together is, that's just makes it all worthwhile. So.
Yeah, no, exactly. So what advice would you give to anyone, or any tips and stuff for anyone that is, trying to make worlds at the moment, maybe wants to find a career in development or, using things like Unity? What advice may you give them?
Don't stay so stuck to one idea this is just an ever-changing fields. Anything can change, anything can go wrong. It's I think that you have to just be open to those changes and ready to adapt to whatever comes your way.
And so how did you get into, I guess, all of this and building these worlds in the first place?
I bought a headset for my daughter, actually. I became a single parent of 5 kids, and my daughter was a teenager and the rest of them were just really little, and I thought it would be something her and I could do together. But as teenagers go, I bought the headset, and one of her friends said that they didn't really think VR was cool, and I could never get her to put the headset on. So I was trying to convince her, which never is a good thing. Parents can never convince a teenager to do anything. But I put the headset on and came into Allspace and, thought, I'm going to be the oldest person here. And to my surprise, there were a lot of adults in here and creating such unique and cool things. And I thought, I could do this. And I was kind of up for a career change. And even though I had not even turned a computer on in probably 10 years, I decided to give it a whirl. I went out and bought a gaming PC and a Rift at the time, and just downloaded Unity, Blender, and got to work. So.
And prior to this, did you ever have experience with Unity or Blender or anything like that?
Oh, absolutely not. No, I was running Windows XP the last time I did anything, so I had a lot to learn in a short amount of time. So.
And wow, you've gone on to create some really amazing stuff within Allspace, right? And then obviously we're standing in one of the environments that you've built for the awards as well.
Yes. I tell people, that I don't want people to think that they can't do this. And I try to encourage a lot of people. There's a lot of opportunity coming up now with the metaverse and things like this for people like me too, that are home with kids, and an opportunity to do some work from home. And my children have been involved too. I've let them, I've allowed them to help out if they want to with projects. They have fantastic ideas. It's encouraged them to also learn about programming. And my son has actually made something for in here last Easter, and he was so proud of himself for an app that he made, and 500 people came and played it that day, and his grades at school just skyrocketed too. So this was a good fit for me.
Yeah, so I also just want to touch on maybe you could talk us through maybe what the process looks like for when you built this world. Maybe obviously you don't have to go into just the crazy detail, but I guess just how does the thought process work? Where do you even start? Where do you end? What were some challenges you had to overcome with this space? And and I guess how do you approach that kind of stuff?
Well, my process is usually to think about what the end goal is. What do you want to do here? I tend to focus on the interaction within a space and what that looks like and how I want people to engage with each other within a space. So usually all of the details of what needs to be here or there come into play when I just think about that sort of interaction. So generally my focus is on that. It's just the design of the immersiveness of what's going on within the people that are in the space and how they're laughing or just what the overall experience is going to be like for them and what they can take away from it.
So how important do you think things like the VR awards are for the community, for the XR industry?
Anything that encourages people, and rewards people for their accomplishment is a good thing. Anything positive, especially with how things have been lately in the world. I think that we could all use a little positive and encouragement in anything that we do. So I think it's a good thing.